Well, welcome to another video. We're back out at the Tope mark. I've got my friend Tom out today as well. He's a good shore fisherman, but he's not done a lot of boat fishing. And we're just feathering up some bait for the day, which as you can see is going quite well. Another full string there. Oh, one's come off. So like I say, when the mackerel are thick on the ground like this, instant, just leave it down there for a sec. And you just should hopefully get a few more on. And then when they do come in, I've only got one that time, grab the lead, not the hooks, because otherwise it just gets carnage. And instead of trying to individually unhook the mackerel, if you just take the hook and give it a shake, it should come off. And then you're ready to go down again. Some fish there now. Give it a little bit longer. And we've got 3 that time. Grab that lead. Then you can easily just work those mackerel off one by one, nice and safely. It's easy to get into tangles and chaos when you're mackerel fishing, but a few little tips like that just keep you fishing efficiently. Must be absolutely thick with them down there. Now, it may look like I'm keeping all these mackerel. These are all going to be used for bait. None of these fish are going to be wasted. I'm not a fan of just filling the boat with mackerel more than you need. We'll feather up what we need for the day, but I think we've got enough. That'll probably be, I don't know, 30, 40 fish. Then we'll go off an anchor. Welcome to another video. I'm redoing the intro because that intro that I've just done for you was probably a bit chaotic. We're having a bit of a mackerel bash. Cameraman's getting a bite. You alright? Get it. You better not have missed it now.
I think it's gone. No.
What an amateur.
Dual purpose.
Yeah.
Can't just be things at once.
But yeah, anyway, we've come out to the Tope mark. We've had a bit of a mackerel bash. And now we're going to try for a tope, a ray, bullhorse, anything we can get. So yeah, let's try that. That's the bait I'm using today. It's just a normal mackerel flapper. The way you do that is you basically just sort of half fill it either side, and then you're left with the backbone there, and you just simply remove that backbone and all the guts, and you get that mackerel flapper. That looks quite enticing in the tide, and it lets those juices out, because I feel like if you just fish a whole mackerel there can't be that much juices flowing, so that should get a bit of scent in the water. While we waited at anchor for some bigger fish to come along, we popped down some feathers baited with lugworm to see what other species we could pick up, and unsurprisingly, whiting and dab were the first fish on the bait. Well, we're into a nice fish here. I don't know what it is. Might be a nice ray. Might be a tope. But it does not take long for those mackerel to do the business. Whatever it is, it's hefty. Time not to rush fish, just relax, because you want to get to see it. And another little tip for you, just offset that rod butt into one of your legs for obvious reasons. This fish isn't fighting very much, but I'm aware it's very heavy. Just skating up in the tide. Oh, I can see it. I think it's a big ray. That's lovely. Yeah, that's a lovely fish. I'll see if I can net this one, as opposed to handing it in. That's a lovely ray. Might look good in the tide there though.
I'm trying.
Oh, that's a cracking fish. It's really spiralling that. Gonna make him not easy to net. That did not work. It'll be easier to hand this one out. Watch them spikes. There we go. Cracking. Can't complain at that. A ray about, who knows, 6-7 pounds. Lightly hooked. There we go, hooks out. And there's a fish. Female fish. I'm not going to weigh this fish, but I think about 6 or 7 pounds is probably not too inaccurate. Maybe 8. Show the underside of the fish. Awesome. We'll just get a still of this one and then I'll pop it back, but the session is going well. Well, there's the ray. It was a bit silhouetted before, so I thought I'd just show it you in the sun. I think £7 is fair for that. I always get rays wrong, to be honest, but with it being a female of this size, there's every chance it's gravid or pregnant, so I'll get this one back just because it's a really hot day and we want it to be okay. So try and film that now. Rays recover pretty well. If they do go down in a bit of a ball, I don't think it's too much to worry about. I think they'll be alright.
The next fish was a little tubgurnard, which despite my best efforts, this camera work really does not do justice.
This is a little tubgurnard that Dad's just caught on lug with him. Lovely little fish. They've got really nice blue on the leading edge of those pectorals and that little, whoops, that little butterfly eye that they've got. But I've had him out for a while, so I'll get this one back now. But it's a nice fish to show you. I'll just let that focus there. Lovely.
Oh, it's a dogfish. They're all on.
That's the species tally. They wouldn't be complete, would it?
No. Another dogfish. Might need the pliers for that one. The rare British dogfish making an appearance. Let's pop this one back. Into another ray now. A bit smaller this time. I actually thought that was a fair bit bigger than that, but oh, come here, mate. Another little female. I always wonder why in this estuary we pick so many of these up, but not a single other species of ray. We never get blondes, undulates, small eyes, hooky rays, anything like that. Pliers job, I think. There we go. Another little thornback. Again, a female. That one probably only £2, but something different. I'm going to keep going and persevere for a tope because I thought it would be a lot easier than this to catch one, but not to worry. Keep wading through these. Yeah. Straight down. Alright guys, so all we've been getting thus far is rays, so I've decided we'll take a move slightly inshore, but we're still in about 25 foot of water to where a friend is having some tope. Well, he reckons he's lost a few, so we've come in here and we'll see if we can get any tope, just for some more species and because they're a little bit bigger.
The next clip you're about to see is us playing a tope. However, the two lines that I had out got tangled, and so the fight and the footage is pretty chaotic, which I apologise for, but I'll put it in here now.
It's carnage. Don't know what's happened there. You're alright, keep filming, I'll get this sorted out somehow. This is not recommended practice. Oh my god.
Cut that line.
Yeah, but then you lose the ring. Whoa! Just thrashed over there. Oh, get this in.
Can I do anything?
Right behind it. And this one's still on. Oh my days. Might come off. Nope. Oh my god. It's around the anchor rope. No, it's this side. That is carnage. I've no idea if that footage will make it in. That is not how to play a fish. But another tope actually followed that other rig up. I don't know if you saw that. Not having it. These fish don't tend to like. Based on how atrociously this tope has been played, I'm hoping it's got a decent hook hold on it.
Oh, it's a beauty.
Let go. That could have been your fingers, that. I wouldn't advise grabbing braid. Alright, the fish might be beginning to tire now. Not even that big of a tope. Fish is still fitting in there.
Landing tope onto a small boat can be very tricky, and I'd advise clearing your deck space when you know you've got one on before you try and bring it aboard to avoid stuff like this happening and the mackerel going everywhere. However, luckily this time it all went well and we got the fish aboard.
Well, that was carnage of a fight. Well, there we have a 34-pound male tope. Those claspers underneath denote it's a male fish, and that is a beautiful example of the species. It was an atrocious fight by me. I got tangled up in my other rod, and I missed it a few times by the boat, but we've managed to get him in now. You'll notice there's a few marks on the other side of this fish, and we're just discussing what they are. One of them, just here by the tail, we've not done that. I think what that is a seal. I can't see another tope doing that to it, but I'll ask a few friends. But that's a lovely fish. Just one last look at this. Oh my days, fish is tensing up. You really got to appreciate these fish, and this one's 34 pounds, which is not that far off my PB. My PB's low 40s, 42, so I'm really pleased with this one. Great stuff. Well, this fish is rather angry and still full of energy, but as I put him back, I'm still going to try and give him a bit of recovery time, like I mentioned in previous videos, just to try and make sure that he goes back all right, because it was a hell of a crazy fight, and he has got a few wounds on him. Try and keep him pointing up current if you can. Oh, another kick there. I think this one's going to be alright. I know this bit of the video might be a bit boring, but I'd urge you to always give them a hold just in that tide, just to make sure they're alright, because once they go down upside down, they can go into tonic immobility and they start bumping along the bottom, and it doesn't do them much good, so it's worth getting them kicking first. Oh, yeah. They're going? Yeah. There we go. Tope's kicking now. There he goes. Yeah. Oh, I'm pleased about that. See, that took a long time, but I'm glad we did that, because he'll go away fine now. Great stuff.
This tope was one of the larger ones I've got on board, and I was delighted to catch it. However, it was also a lesson in that when you're tope fishing, just use one rod. If you're alone and get two tope on, they'll tangle with each other in the anchor rope, and it's just not worth the hassle. We then hooked up and landed another tope. However, the footage of the fight unfortunately didn't work, so I can't bring it to you, but here's the fish.
There's another tope. Oh, look at that in the sun. Beautiful fish. This one's just under £30, 28, 29. We did weigh it, but the scales are quite rough. Another male, which you can see from those claspers, but lovely fish nonetheless. Another thing I'll show you on this one. Do you see that wound there? So maybe it's not seals, maybe these tope are breeding and this is part of their breeding cycle. they'll latch onto each other, things like that. I will look into it and put a bit of voiceover, but yeah, a few more at the tail. But yeah, a lovely fish. Another crazy fight, so we'll get some stills. Be sure to get this one straight back. Okay, let's get this one back. Last thing I'll say as well, I see a lot of people holding fish by the tail and dangling them and only holding them by the tail, and you shouldn't really do that. You want to support the body as much as possible, because if you hold them by the tail it can actually damage their organs, I believe. But let's get this one back to fight another day. Oh, this one's way more active. It's not going to take much recovery. Whoa. That one's ready to go. Nice. Oh. If you haven't been tope fishing, get yourself tope fishing, because it's a great sport in UK waters. Nice stuff. Alright guys, well, after 3 lovely rays, a successful mackerel bash, and 2 beautiful tope, one of which was a mid 30 pounder, we're going to pull the anchor up and get off home. I've had a fantastic day, can't fault this session. We've put a lot of fish on the boat and some nice sized ones too. I really hope you've enjoyed it despite the chaos. Any comments at all, feel free to, any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.